Hi, I'm Christopher Perrin, and I'm very excited to be attending and speaking at the classical conference in Louisiana called Building the Foundation. That's July 28th and 29th, a Friday and a Saturday. I'm going to be speaking on the topic of the thriving classical school and revolutionary Latin and poetry and classical education. I'll also get to lead a panel with several others on classical education where we'll take questions and answers. I'm really excited about this seminar I'm going to present on the thriving classical school. What does it mean to be a thriving classical school? What does it mean to flourish as a classical school? What does flourishing look like? I'm going to look at the various qualities that we need to be looking to cultivate in a classical school. I'll be looking at stages of growth and development as well, because a new classical school is kind of like a startup enterprise, has to go through those startup years to grow into an emerging and eventually an established and thriving school. What do those stages of growth look like? What is needed at each stage in terms of leadership, faculty, parents, of course, and other kinds of support and surrounding encouragement? What does that look like? What does it mean to create and cultivate a community that really supports classical Christian education? We'll also look at how truth, goodness, and beauty need to be integrated into any classical Christian school. And then we'll save some time for Q&A as well. Then I'm giving a talk on revolutionary Latin. I love to give this talk. It's about how Latin is more than just increasing your vocabulary. So I hope in a way that will be engaging and inspiring, we can look at the Latin language, its history, its value to us, how it is the kind of DNA of Western civilization and our grandmother tongue. We'll look at the ways that Latin is present in all kinds of disciplines and professions. We'll look at how Latin is the basis for the Romance languages. And we'll look at how Latin actually helps train our ability to attend and to think and to analyze and to analogize. We'll have a great time looking at the beauty and the value of this tongue, Latin. Then I'm going to give a talk on poetry and classical education. Some of you know I'm married to a poet, Christine Perrin, and have been learning poetry kind of at her side over the years. Poetry is a very important part of the classical curriculum, and poetic thinking and dwelling is another important way of just cultivating our souls. We'll actually be looking at some poems together and actually studying and discussing one or two poems as a way of trying to understand the importance and value of poetry in the classical curriculum. And then finally, I get to lead a panel. And that panel will be, I think, a lot of fun. It usually is. A lot of my good friends are going to be on that panel. There'll be a lot of time for Q&A. You can ask your hard questions, but please throw us a few softballs because they're just fun to swing at. At any rate, it's a great conference. I was there last year. The organizers do a tremendous job. It's a beautiful setting. So come see us in Pineville, Louisiana for the Building the Foundation Classical Conference. Hope to see you then.